Hello, welcome to Success Journey Day 35, where we share with you how to prioritize. And before that, we are going to use Stephen Covey's or the 7 habits, 4 quadrants of time management, where basically we classify things through whether they are urgent or not, or whether they are important or not. Urgent means that it is necessary to be done really quickly. And we will look at things based on the 4 quadrants, where there can be combinations of things that are like really important and then urgent at the same time, or things that can be important, not urgent, and vice versa for these two. So let's analyze them one by one. The first one will be things that are really important and urgent. These are the things that are like your deadlines, your assignments that need to be done immediately. These are like really urgent tasks. They are really important. If you don't do them, there will be severe consequences. It can be like if your finals is tomorrow, then studying for your finals, this one will be under this category. And then the next one is actually important but not urgent. These are the self-development activities that is not really urgent. You can like take your time to do it, but it is very, very important. Like reading self-enrichment book, watching videos on self-help, pursuing your goals, developing your skills on achieving the goals you want to achieve. All these are under this category. And then the third category is things that are like urgent but they are not important. These are the things that seemingly so urgent and so pressing, but they do not contribute to many things at all. And most of the time, if you don't do them, you really wouldn't lose anything. So one of them is like replying email, checking your social networks, and all these kind of things are like things that are pressuring us to do them. It feels very urgent. It feels like we are supposed to do them. But frankly, if you don't do them, it wouldn't affect your life as much. But there's another person who said before on one of the comments, and then what he said is, if I don't check my emails, how could I do that? I would have to reply to all these clients asking me, or this employee asking me questions. And then the book listed there, basically the author, she couldn't handle all these things. She just deleted everything, deleted all her email. Like she went for a vacation, there's like 600 plus messages, she deleted all of them. And then basically her concept is that if the email is important, they will resend it if she didn't reply within these few days. And the people did. So most of the times, things that seem urgent and pressing may not necessarily be important. And then finally, the fourth one is basically things that are not urgent, not important. These are the time waster. Watching television, reading comic books, and basically just doing nothing. These are all the things that it's really like a leisure, and it really didn't contribute. It doesn't contribute much to your life at all. So if you look at all these 4 quadrants, how we determine a person's time management skill is depending on how much time they spend on each and every of these 4 quadrants. So if we look back at this 4 quadrant right here, if the people actually spend a lot of time on urgent and important things, then they are the procrastinator. The reason is they procrastinate so much all these important assignments that they actually, all these important assignments, all these assignments that start off as being not urgent but important. These assignments, initially the deadline is like 2 weeks ahead. Okay, there's a lot of time, but if you don't do them and then you don't do any of them, eventually deadline gets closer and closer until it becomes really urgent. That's when you feel all the pressure coming in, and that's when it goes to urgent and important. And that's why procrastinators have a lot of items on this urgent and important, these quadrants. While if you look at this quadrant right here, if you have majority of your activity under not urgent and important, then you are managing your time really well. It is because you are doing all the important things before the deadlines actually come to you, so you are actually able to do things effectively and not feeling pressured by all the things around you. Now if you look at the other two quadrants, if you spend a lot of your time under not important and not urgent, which means doing things that doesn't contribute to your goals, then basically you're wasting most of your time, because you can, there's one thing to clarify here is leisure. It is fine. It's fine to do it on a moderate level. But another thing to remember here is you can also make your work as a play. If your leisure is equal to your work, then all the things that you are doing is actually going to fall under not urgent and important. And that is really important, because you want to allow your life to do the things you love as a form of things that you enjoy, which is just like your work is going to be your play, which is what we really want to achieve. And finally, we have this what we have said, seemingly pressing, things that seem to be important, but they are not, and the things that seem to be urgent. If you are in this category, a lot of things they are like really urgent but they are not really important, this means probably you have like say yes to too many things. If you have a lot of things to do and then you realize and then you analyze these things, are they really necessary, or am I bombarding myself by saying yes to too many things that I want to do, and most of these things is not really that important, I could have prioritized my time a bit more? That's when you start to analyze and get yourself out of the quadrant of yes man. So that's all I would love to share with you today. I hope you gain some value from this. Once again, I'll see you tomorrow. Dream on.